Oh, you never listen to me.
Oh, Mason, that is a bit rich. You never listen to us. You're never interested in anything we have to say.
You're such a liar.
We're always trying to make adjustments for you.
What I'm hearing is that none of you are feeling heard. Would you say that's right?
Yeah.
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 And what impact is that having on you all individually?
It's just constantly a negative relationship. Like, I'll just go to my room. I don't want to come down to my parents because they'll just argue with me over the most stupid things. Oh, you didn't do the dishwasher, you didn't do this.
Mason, it's got to be give and take. I mean, anything we say to you, anything we ask you, any interest we take in your life, basically, it's just thrown back at us.
Okay, and for you, Dad, how does it make you feel?
Yeah, like, not good, you know. I feel like we're not working together as a family. I feel like we're just a bunch of individuals at the moment.
Okay, so what do you need individually from each other to feel more heard?
Just a positive relationship, like no petty arguments, like general chat, like just no negativity.
Okay, so a positive relationship would look like no petty arguments and no negativity for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and for you, Sarah and Mitch?
Well, the same, but it's just impossible at the moment. It just feels anything that is said, we're just constantly bickering all the time. And, sometimes it can become, quite toxic. And I don't want that for this family. He's got a younger sibling. I don't want him to have to sit there and see that and see all the arguments that are going on around him. It's just not good.
Well, maybe just stop being so stupid then.
Mason.
And Mitch, what would it look like for you?
I think, for an example is like for dinner, we're cooking dinner in the kitchen, and then, when we're ready to serve it, you take it and go straight up to your room. We try our hardest to make sure that there's food on the table, and it doesn't seem like you appreciate that.
Okay, so it sounds like spending time together as a family is important to you. Would you say so?
Yeah, definitely.
And Mason, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea, but it will just turn into a petty argument like always.
Okay, so what could you do then to spend more quality time together as a family?
Well, like I said, if Mason comes down for dinner, that would immediately start making a difference. We can talk to each other, we can make plans for the weekend, like actually start working together as a family.
Are you open to perhaps trying it out for a week?
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea to take our relationship, like, steps forward.
Okay, and Mum and Dad, what about you?
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
we're here because we want to make a difference and we want the family to work.
Yeah, any steps that we can take that will, lead to a positive outcome, we're willing to take.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. Okay, so it sounds like you have something to work towards in the next week before we see each other next. How are you all feeling about that?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea.
And just to reassure you that sometimes the agreement might not always go to plan, but when we see each other next week, we can always reevaluate, unpick things, and then if we need to, we can change things going forward.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how has the week been?
It's been alright. We had one really good dinner where it actually felt like we were a family again, but the rest Dad was just talking about his stupid work stuff and just about my brother and just stuff that I don't really care about really. But,
Mason, you was on your phone the whole time. How are we supposed to speak to you when you're on your phone?
Well, maybe if you actually talk to me about something that, like my football, for example, like it's always about Dad or my brother, like it's never about me.
So it sounds like, Mason, you dislike it when Dad talks about his work and then when Mum and Dad talk about your brother, is that right?
Yeah, but I don't mind if he talks about it sometimes, but it's just all the time, every single dinner. Oh, I had such a bad day at work, all this, all that. It's just ridiculous.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think, we're meant to take an interest in each other's
absolutely,
lives,
yeah.
And if something's happened to me at work, of course I'm going to tell the family about it because we're sharing things.
Yeah, that's our time at dinner time where we can have sort of downtime and chill time and talk about what's gone on in our day.
But why don't you talk about my football on Sunday? Like, you just talk about my brother. Like, you don't talk to me about like my hobbies, my stuff, kind of thing.
So it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, Mason, that you would like Mum and Dad to show more interest in what you're doing and your hobbies?
Yeah.
Okay, and I heard you say there, Mum, that Mason was on his phone quite a lot at the dinner table. Can you tell us a bit more about that and the impact that has on you?
Well, it just for me, it's quite hurtful. We've come to this agreement. We've come this far, and it's like he just doesn't care. He's not interested. He doesn't want to be part of the family. It just feels that he's just not making the effort, to be honest.
Okay, so it sounds like perhaps the agreement didn't quite go to plan. How about we look at this activity to explore some thoughts and feelings further?
Okay.
Get you some pens.